Hey guys, Marshall from Going Gear. Last day of SHOT Show 2017 in Las Vegas here with Michael from Vanquest. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. And yourself?
Wonderful. If you guys go look on our website, right when this video is uploaded, you will not find their products, but you will soon. So give us a little bit of time. We're going to get this stuff in stock, and he's going to show us the new products. So you ready to get into it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. So right here, I can show you the tag. We're looking at the Falconer 30 Gen 2. This is the backpack I'm wearing. So second gen. Up top, you can see suspension, but really the focus right now is going to be our waist belt. So this is a new belt, and we're using pull forward. So you can see here, this guy, you're going to pull forward. It's flat. It stays flat. That means it's not going to drift. So as you're wearing it, it doesn't get slack, doesn't get loose. But the big thing here is we like to solve problems before they happen. You break this buckle, not likely, could possibly happen, or you want to replace it. What we can do is we sewed this guy flat. You can just pop it through. This is not sewn in. All the way out, replace the buckle. We can send you a new one, no problem. So
I've slammed a few in car doors over the years. That's how I tend to do it.
That's what happens. But again, we want to make sure that you can do it. It's not sewn in. You don't have to take a knife to it. Easily fixed. So let me pop this guy off. I'm going to rotate it around here. Okay, so in the front, what we're going to see right away is we're using zipper pulls. So these are brand new Vanquest zipper pulls. These are molded, and it's just a better, more ergonomic way than the old school paracord we were using. That was effective. It took a long time to do, and like your shoelaces, it would come undone once in a while. So now, gloves or no gloves, you can feel that tactile, hard polymer zipper. On the outside, you see these guys. This is now Ripstop High-Vis Orange. This was user requested. A lot of people were kind of liking it on some of the bag, but not necessarily the whole bag. So embroidered logo up top there, and our medical is built in. So just get that right there. So first aid trauma medical built in. You do not have to, on the side here on the Molly, attach anything. It's just built in. It comes with it. Of course, you can use this however you want, but the High-Vis Orange offers you a second real-world use is emergency kind of, come find me panel. Hey, this is your I'm lost and I need your help, and or just a signal device. So again, yeah.
Ton of organization in there. I like all the organization.
Yeah, we go a little crazy. And again, the original idea with Molly was you could add organization. Military bags or sacks with Molly on the outside, so you can add that organization. Up top we see here, again, we use locking YKK zippers and sliders and reverse zippers to keep out dirt and dust. So again, one more time, we're going to use the orange. And again, that's just small items, things like that. One thing I like to note here is we're using Hypalon zipper tabs. So what you can do is grab this guy, full support of the bag, get the zipper started. Has a secondary function though. If you look on the bottom here, these guys protect the bottom of the zipper track. So you get that dual use. It's very functional, very practical. And we know not everyone's a huge fan of the High-Vis Orange. So we can easily just go with, compression strap. Easy, just going to go with what we call Ti Gray, Ti as in titanium. So we got that lighter, good contrast, without being the obnoxious high vis. Some people just didn't want to see that. Right in here, we have single finger spaced Velcro, and we used to use 1 inch, and it wasn't difficult, but sometimes it definitely wasn't a one-hand operation. Easily changed. Now using 3/4 inch tall, and you can see through here, there's a new mesh structure. Very durable. We actually tested it. There's nothing that we could do normally, even putting tools in this guy that's going to wear it out or pop a hole through. So that's our second layer out of 3. And primary here, main compartment. ITW zipper pulls, same thing as last generation. Customers really like these. They want to see more of them. It's not something you find on most bags. They are not shipping with these guys yet. Couldn't work that one out. California company. Don't know if it's possible. Maybe down where you guys are, it's possible, but nah, not happening.
I think they come free with bags in our state. So.
Oh, you mean anywhere outside of what we don't call California? I mean, come on. This isn't happening.
I've actually seen advertisements like at jewelry stores and places like that. Like you buy an engagement ring, you get a free 1022.
Open a bank account, get a 7mm Remington mag. Yeah, I've seen that. So again, we're using that Thai gray, and really the contrast is good. But the big story here is we used to just use straight Velcro. It works. It's modular. There's many options out there, lots of companies, but it's a little narrow. And if you already have Molly gear, now you have Molly or Velcro, and this is actually laminated 1000D Cordura. If we would have used typical nylon, the problem is it's just not as durable as the material we're sewing into, and you can create problems. But we bar tacked it here on all the necessary points, contacts. And on this guy, the pocket's actually a little bit bigger. This was a request from users again. A good 80-something% of changes we make is just user feedback. They own the product. They want to see it better. You know, we can improve it for them. It's not a problem. This guy's a little bit longer, a little bit bigger.
What are we looking at up here? Is this for hydration?
Maybe, maybe not. So yeah, this guy is your hydration loop. Last time around, it was sewn nylon. It could be used. Sometimes you need an adapter, but almost everything requires, you know, just little loop, so just some Velcro, and that goes into the next layer. So for the first time, we're actually putting locking YKK zippers on these guys too. So zip tie, you know, luggage lock, and back here, there's your 3-liter hydration bladder, or your CCW full size. We're talking Desert Eagle Easy. A little obnoxious, but worth it, right? So there's a 2mm thick frame sheet right here, and that really, if you have a pistol back there, a lot stiffer than the last generation, yeah. And that was something, again, people said it has a frame, but it's more passive. 0.5 millimeter thicker, made a big difference.
Yeah, you get some good rigidity if you have any, like a firearm or anything else bulky in there.
Yes.
You don't have it pressing into your back.
Exactly, you don't feel it really. And then what you can see clearly right there, pretty healthy padding. Now, not overdoing it, you can definitely over pad a bag, but this creates fantastic dynamic airflow. So you can really get the air thrown through there, get the sweat off your back. But if you noticed here, we used to just have Cordura faced, but if you're wearing a t-shirt or something that, you know, braids easily, we have the softer mesh. Still very durable, but, you know, not going to agitate you. Honestly, this waist belt is a massive improvement. You can feel it right here. You can't see it on camera, but there's a frame in the waist belt itself. So it's actually north and south like that. And that transfers weight from the frame to the waist belt, making the, you know, the carry of the weight on your waist like it's supposed to be, like every other bag made by like Gregory North Face, a sport bag. And same thing comes over to that waist belt we were talking about. Pull forward, makes sense. Little things, this Z pattern in here, that actually conforms the belt to the curves of your body. And it's just better, just a little bit better. Everything's more useful. One other major improvement is now we're using this Hypalon Molly. So this is laser cut. We call it Hypalon Molly Air. Hypalon is a incredibly durable rubber composite, and it is ultraviolet, chemical, and heat stable. So those three things aren't going to break it down. It's going to last quite some time, and it's not as obvious as the traditional, you know, sewn-in nylon webbing. And that really pushes forward our overall Urban Covert series. You know, it's just not, don't be Mr. Tactical walking down the street. You know, our product.
Make it a little more subtle.
Yeah, just a little more subtle. And again, the stuff we design, if it's not narrowly focused on law enforcement, military specific, those guys use it, they buy from us, but so does everyone else. And when it's more, you know, useful across the board, we get more people in hands and we get more feedback, we can make it better.
On that waist belt, can you remove it if you're going through the airport or using it as a commuter bag?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just Velcroed right in there. It's going to be a little tough, but that's because we don't want it to move anywhere. But yeah, it's just Velcroed in, and possibly we're going to offer it separately, and that means it's backwards compatible. It will fit on any last generation and going forward. Yeah. So this guy is the Falconer 30 Gen 2, and we're looking at March release. Could be like a week or so later. And $199 MSRP.
Okay. What's next?
All right, so next guy here. So we're going to go with the Trident 31, and I'll just kind of cover a little bit while it's on the rack here to make it easy. So in the front, the first thing we can clearly see is this Velcro structure, and again, this is our Velcro Molly Air. So that is 1000D Cordura, we laminated, laser cut, bar tack, and it's a lower profile than the traditional webbing sewn on. And it's just something that you still have functionality, but if you don't want to use it, it's not so obvious with the Molly webbing across. This is a 31-liter version of our most popular bag, which is the Trident 21. And little things like this guy, this handle, perfect when you're going overhead, bin, anything like that. Works fairly well as a camera bag. Actually, much more durable materials than most camera bags. But what you have there is just a way to reposition it. So again, north and south, we're using Hypalon accents, something to break it up, more towards, you know, sport bags, less tactical, less obvious. And then those zipper pulls. So again, we got the orange all the way through on this bag. It's really more of electronics kind of central bag. Great for those new foldable drones. You know, a lot of laptop support. Actually, a 17-inch laptop can go in there. No one uses them anymore, but hey, maybe there's a couple floating around. Same thing here. So customers told us, I like this pocket, but maybe, just maybe, I have it over one shoulder and stuff's going to fall out. So you got Velcro. You got the same mesh we saw earlier. Amazing organization. We're pretty much known for the organization. Again, we got those zipper tabs we're going to pull around. And assault, same thing up here. 1000D Cordura. And the cool thing that maybe people don't realize, let's say I have this knife in a sheath, right, a MOLLE sheath. I would prefer, and this was kind of the idea, that you mount that sheath on the inside and then maybe put a patch on the outside to cover up the strap. And then, you know, it's not so much covert, but you don't want it to get donated to a stranger, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. But the organization on this top pocket is something we're pretty proud of because, oh, I got it caught. What you have is, well, I'll break it down two ways. Small Altoids tin, large Altoids tin. Small camera battery, large camera battery. It's up to you. I mean, really, you know what you're going to use. You have a flat pocket back there, just good for, you know, anything like that. But this guy, a zippered closer pocket. We got that tough mesh we've been using, but soft fleece lining. So nice. Yeah, anything you don't want to get scratched, putting it in there. And again, a pretty healthy size bag. You got that full size Anchor battery pack. Perfectly lives in here, you know. So let me take this up. So we're going to go on this side, and this is something that I wouldn't say it's criticism, but it's always something that we're aiming to do. But in the past, water bottle built-in support has always been something where we struggle because we're usually sacrificing some kind of feature. This time around, we were able to figure it out. When you're not using this laser cut Hypalon MOLLE Air, you can actually pull this guy down, open this up. That's Cordura. People would ask, well, why don't you just use some kind of elastic nylon? That will wear out. I mean, I'm not going to say in a year, in 6 months, but it can, it will. And it's also definitely not as durable when we talk about, you know, overextending the seam and stuff like that. So we just want it to be durable. But the fix here is this really doesn't go out that much, so we actually pleated the center. So when you put a bottle in, it'll go all the way down, pleat this out. And of course you do have tuckable little shock cord for the bottle retention. And like I said, when you're not using it, you just zip that guy up. It's out of the way, but you still have this pocket. So you have an admin pocket, great for what I usually put in here is like a skull cap, one of those neck gaiters, some gloves.
There's pockets and organization everywhere.
There's pockets upon pockets. Pockets begat pockets.
I love it.
And other pockets. Yeah, we just keep going. Yeah, so that's that side. And then the primary main compartment on this guy is on the other side. Again, those zip line orbits. Customers love those. We like them too. So there's a camera in there, and internally it's going to look like a camera bag. So this is a fully padded bag. It's closed cell foam padding here, 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 and of course all these guys, it comes with 4 of these dividers. They're pretty tall, closed cell foam, Velcro, move them wherever you want. Awesome. I don't ever carry a camera, but I carry a lot of little modulars, and perfect for that. Up here we see that tough mesh. If you are shooting filters, anything like that, you know, you got more pockets. I mean, come on, man. We got extra pockets.
Pockets and pockets and pockets and pockets.
And then right here, this guy's just limits, you know. This is going to stop you. So when you're yanking this open, usually over the shoulder, not everything's going to come out. You snap that. If you're not going to use it, there's actually a little keeper right there. You can roll it up. That was direct customer. In fact, his name is John Shea. Big shout out. Simple, innovative. It costs us like, you know, nothing to do that. Just roll it up. It's out of the way. Will fit a 17-inch laptop. So there's your laptop compartment. Boom, right there. Pretty massive. Of course, people say, what about armor plates? Probably 2. I mean, it depends on what you need. But yeah, that's something that it's kind of obviously a great electronic support bag. Because it's an asymmetrical opening, if you use that snap on the side, you can go top loading and side loading. It's up to you. So larger bag, larger capacity, that means that we know you can carry more weight, so we made this handle 2.5 times thicker. And you have that neoprene, very soft, very forgiving, and just comfortable. In fact, give that guy a try.
Yeah, that's nice. It spreads the weight out really evenly.
And it's not one of those, molded hard plastic, which will crack in the sun one day and it just looks bad.
Looks like you've got a hydration port over here too.
Absolutely. In fact, what we did is we know some people run communications equipment. So you have a comms or hydration, and a central hydration. And actually there's a cutout in that frame sheet to allow the hydration pass through. Now the hydration itself is shared. So this is same thing, 3 liter or, full-size handgun. And that's going to route through and out, and there's a little hydration support there. So this is something.
Or another laptop. Looks like it's big enough. Throw another laptop in there.
That's a common thing. People are like, I'm running 2 laptops. And
I brought 2 laptops to the show, so yeah.
Just in case, man. Hey, I don't have one. There you go. 2 is 1, 1 is none. So, yeah, same suspension as the Falconer 30. So, actually functional. And again, we learn from the sport market. We learn from what we carry. Like when I go hiking with my Gregory, I know it's going to work, and we can translate that over into our bags. So that's just a very functional update. Again, same MSRP. It'll be $199 for the Trident 31, available in March. And we're doing standard colorways: black, coyote tan, wolf gray, very popular. This year, no multicam unless we get requests, but multicam black. And I'd say the other kind of interesting, smaller product here would be our water bottle holder. So you can see right there, that's a 64-ounce clean canteen. So anything from down to a 12-ounce can of Coke up to a Champagne Magnum, like ridiculous. Probably even some of the smaller growlers that people are using for craft beer. This is Hypalon on the front. I'm going to drop that guy. So Hypalon on the front, laser cut. The cool thing is the way this is routed, it doesn't slip because Hypalon's very grippy. It's a rubber. So once you set it, it's set, and you can actually see how it's routed. And that was a conscious decision, so you can A, replace it if it needs to be, but B, customize it. So you want to put some cool complementary color, like some Ranger green cord through here, get a nice pop in color. You have a little Velcro right there, folds flat when you're not using it. Pretty lightweight overall. There's your adjustability on the inside, just Velcro for the height. And for the first time, very functionally, we added the built-in MOLLE strap, so you can see that actually closer right there.
So that's not an extra accessory that you have to buy.
That's right. So in the past, we used MOLLE sticks, and they work, but they're actually too rigid, and they push the bottle off. So they push the whole carrier and the bottle away from you, and then it sags more, and you don't want that. So these guys available fairly soon. I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a month, something like that. And we're looking at $19.99 MSRP.
I didn't think I'd ever be excited about a water bottle holder,
yeah.
But it's pretty cool. I like that design.
Yeah, it's cool. It fits anything. And again, with the built-in modularity, I think this is a solid 2 ounces or something like that. Doesn't add anything extra, So that's the Hydra, new for 2017, water bottle holder, available in black, coyote tan, wolf gray. We have a new product. This doesn't have a name. It's just a water bottle. However, laser engraved, coated here. It's going to be a little darker, wolf gray. So the company colors, wolf gray and orange. But it is a double wall, vacuum insulated stainless steel bottle. So you have the typical, insulated, I don't know what they claim, 12 hours, 18 hours, something like that. Everyone's familiar with it. But this is kind of a companion product with the Hydra water bottle holder. So both share the same MSRP of $19.99. And again, availability will be about the same time on both these guys.
Yeah, one more thing for us, right?
Yeah, one more thing, and that's the second generation of the Racket 36. So this is what we call a covert rifle case or carbine case. And what that means is you're leaving your house, you have a gun, maybe you don't have neighbors that you're comfortable with knowing you have a gun, or you're just going to be in the back of your car for 45 minutes while you're in somewhere, and you don't want that obvious rectangle case. Again, this isn't like fool everybody, just pick up a golf bag or something like that. But yeah, the idea is lots of padding. The padding is there to prevent printing. It is not there to protect your gun. That's an added bonus. In fact, it is so padded that you can use it as a shooting mat when you open it. So here we're going to see, I actually Velcroed it. There we go. So 36-inch internal dimension, and we have that darker ripstop. Again, we don't want it to contrast too much. Definitely orange would be the wrong way to go here. So padded, adjustable for height, muzzle cup, and you have a 10 position. And again, all of our hardware we use is Duraflex and ITW, and we only use acetyl. I think it's a copolymer. It is one of the most durable, materials you can make buckles out of. So you get 2 of these guys. So yeah, if your carbine weapon is under 36 inches, it's compatible. Also pretty tall. I mean, pretty much any bullpup we tried, magazine in even, with optics, some of them, depends. And what's new this year too, besides the length a little bit, is now we have this Velcro area. So we have this big map of Velcro, and what you're getting out of that is all the negative space that's not filled on this side, right here, right here, right here, can be easily filled with any support products, anything you need. If you have a suppressor, if you run an extra mags, cleaning kit, night vision, anything like that, whatever you need. For instance, if you're really into bows and you break down some compound bows, now you can just anchor those down with any Velcro accessories. One other huge improvement on the outside. Again, we see the very familiar moving forward embroidered logo and the new Spartan zipper pulls. And these are, of course, locking YKK zippers. But something familiar is last generation of this guy, all you had here was Velcro. Now again, it can work, but to make it work across more platforms, now you have MOLLE compatibility, and again, that is 1000D Cordura nylon. And this was specifically requested by several international law enforcement agencies, local ones, and just some guys who are like, hey, I already have MOLLE gear, my holster, whatever. Now I need to figure out some way to rig it up. So we can solve those problems for you and keep the MSRP as the last generation, even though it costs more to develop and make this bag, pass the savings on to the user, and that's $159.99 MSRP. So that didn't change. Everything else did. You get a little patch panel, good guy identifier, help me with that. Any paperwork, anything like that, small accessories, a full-length pocket. But yeah, this guy's 2nd generation, also available in March, and available in a couple colorways, and for the first time, all black. Because usually we break it up like this, paneled, but people were questioning just black on black. Side note, excellent tip, we single stitch this patch panel. So if you're like me, you take a sharp knife, you take a couple minutes, you cut this guy off, and the leftover thread, when you pull it out, because 1000D is such a tight weave, you don't see a little dotted line. So there's no evidence that it was there before. I just would never put a patch there. Some people demand it, so, there we go. But there we go. That is the Racket 36, 2nd generation, new for 2017.
All right, I think that's it.
All right, perfect, yeah. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, have a good one.